Your Google rankings might actually be going up right now. That's what makes this so dangerous. 80% of Google searches now end without a single click. Your website can be sitting on page 1 and almost nobody visits it. Not because your content got worse, not because your SEO broke, because Google changed what happens when someone searches. Instead of sending people to your website, Google now reads your website for them, summarizes it, gives your prospect the answer right there on the search page, and your prospect never clicks. If you're a consultant, a coach, or a financial advisor, the way your clients find you just fundamentally changed, and most people in your position have no idea it happened. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 layers that now determine whether prospects discover you or skip right past you. But there's a piece of this that makes it personal, and it has to do with what happens when someone gets your name from a referral and then Googles you. That part surprised me. We'll get there. First, let me give you the full picture of what actually happened. Over the past year, Google rolled out something called AI overviews and then followed it with AI mode. Instead of showing you 10 blue links when you search for something, Google now reads those websites for you and gives you a summary right there on the search page. No click required. Google CEO Sundar Pichai confirmed that AI overviews now has 2 billion monthly users. AI mode, their deeper conversational search tool, already has 100 million. And here's the number that matters most. A Seer Interactive study found that when AI overviews appear on a search, organic click-through rates drop 61%. Your website can be ranking on page 1 and still nobody clicks it. But here's what most people aren't seeing about this. Everyone's focused on losing website traffic. That's the wrong problem. The real problem is that Google just moved to the place where your clients make decisions. It used to happen on your website. Now it happens inside a summary box on Google's page, a box your prospect never leaves. Here's why this matters to you. If you sell your expertise for a living, whether you're a consultant, a financial advisor, a coach, your entire pipeline depends on one thing: people finding you. And the way people find experts just changed underneath you. The 6th Sense Buyer Experience Report found that the vendor a buyer contacts first wins 80% of the time. 95% of the time, the winner was already on the buyer's shortlist before they ever reached out to anyone. That means the decision is made during the research phase. And the research phase just moved inside Google's AI. If your name isn't in that AI-generated summary, you were never in the room. Now, here's where it gets personal. Even if you get most of your clients from referrals, this still hits you. The data shows that even referral-driven prospects now Google the advisor before calling. They get your name from a friend, then they ask Google about you. What comes back determines whether they pick up the phone or move on. I want to tell you about someone who found this out the hard way. A fee-only advisor in the Midwest I'll call Randy. 14 years in the business, great client retention, strong referral network. About a year ago, his discovery calls started drying up. Not dramatically, but steadily. His clients were happy, his work hadn't changed, something else had. Keep that in mind. What I've been studying is a pattern I call the visibility stack. There are 3 layers that determine whether a client finds you and chooses you, and most experts only have ever built one of them. Layer 1 is findability. Can someone discover you exist? For 20 years, this meant SEO, keywords, website optimization, ranking on Google, and it worked. Google sent people to your website, they read your content. Layer 1 is what Google just broke. When the vast majority of searches end before a click ever happens, your findability strategy built on website traffic is worth a fraction of what it was a year ago. Randy's entire practice was built on layer 1. Layer 2 is credibility. When someone encounters your name in an AI summary, in a referral, on LinkedIn, do they immediately trust what they find? This is where AI rewards you or punishes you. Google's AI systems favor recognized names with consistent authority signals across the web. If you have a named methodology, published work, cited expertise, AI picks you up. If you're a generalist with a nice website, AI reads your content, uses it, and never mentions your name. Layer 3 is memorability. When it's time to hire, does your name come to mind before the search even starts? This is the layer almost nobody builds, and it's the one that matters most in a zero-click world. Because if your prospect remembers you before they search, they type your name into Google. And branded searches, searches for a specific person, are the one category where AI overviews almost never appear. Here's the question most experts aren't ready to answer. If a prospect asks Google right now, "Who's the best advisor for business owners in my city?" is your name in the answer? If I could boil all of this down to one sentence, it's this. Google used to send people to your website. Now it reads your website for them and gives the answer without ever mentioning your name. And that changes everything about how you need to be building your practice right now. So what happened to Randy? 1 month, a prospect he'd been referred to, warm introduction, mutual friend, never called. Randy followed up. The prospect said he'd done some research and gone with someone else. Randy asked who. It was an advisor in the next city over. Less experience, smaller practice, but she'd published a book on tax strategy for business owners. When the prospect searched both names, her AI summary pulled up her framework, her book, her methodology, client outcomes. Randy showed his firm name, a generic bio, and a phone number. Same referral, same introduction, different evidence. Randy didn't lose on expertise, he lost on visibility. What Randy did next changed his trajectory. He identified the niche where he had the deepest expertise, succession planning for family businesses. He built a named process around it. He started publishing content structured around the exact questions his ideal clients ask. Within 6 months, his work started appearing in AI-generated summaries. His discovery calls came back, and the prospects who found him were better qualified than before. Same work, same knowledge, different evidence. So what actually works? Here's what I've seen across every expert who's thriving despite these changes. They've all built something I call tangible authority, something a prospect can find, read, and evaluate before they ever get on a call with you. A recent study from the Evolution of Publishing Institute found that published authors command 40 to 65% higher fees than non-authors with identical qualifications. For financial advisors specifically, authorship creates a 38 percentage point hiring advantage over equally qualified advisors who haven't published. This isn't about ego, it's about evidence. In a world where AI decides who gets surfaced and who gets skipped, the experts with tangible authority, a book, a named framework, a proprietary process, are the ones AI recognizes and cites. Everyone else becomes the content AI reads, summarizes, and forgets. The question most people have at this point is, okay, I get it. I need tangible authority, but how do I actually build it? How do I take 15 years of experience and turn it into something a prospect can find before they ever search for someone like me? Because here's what I've learned. The experts who are winning right now aren't necessarily better at what they do. They just have an asset that does the positioning for them before the conversation starts. That's exactly what I walk through in the next video. It covers the extraction process we use to take what you already know and build a book around it in 90 days. It also explains why we back the whole thing with an ROI guarantee, because what this has to do for your practice is real and measurable. If your visibility is built on layer 1 right now, the next video is the one you need. Watch it next.